If you take one of these beans and you get immediately sick, you should thank the Most. You can't be a Hebrew Israelite and be on the work of Christ and be scared of something that is not real. If it was a real threat, that would be different. That's how the white man developed this new technique. You know how he developed it? From your fetuses. Like, you want to stop the virus? Stop killing your babies in the abortion clinic. The abortion clinic is what they're using to develop the techniques to make. That's how the white man developed this new technique. You know how he developed it? From your fetuses. Like, you want to stop the virus? Stop killing your babies in the abortion clinic. The abortion clinic is what they're using to develop the techniques to make. That's how the white man developed this new technique. That's how the white man developed this new technique. That's how the white man developed this new technique. Stop killing your babies in the abortion clinic. The abortion clinic is what they're using to develop.
I want to give all the praises and the honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Recha HaKodash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Also sincere shalom to the elect. Peace to the elect. I want to go in this video here in the wake of my previous video being flagged, and it's all good. I create channels and flag them. But this video was on this man, General Yahanna, and I went into the situation with the Max and showed the person what happened or whatever. So I made sure I cut out the word, any word. I didn't say any word on it, nothing about it. And ultimately it got flagged anyway. So now we can see that not even saying the word is not even safe enough to keep a video up, to get a message out. This is how the desperation, So this guy, General Yahanna, while we know he must be set up, this guy, General Yahanna, uses the destruction of our people to talk about the so-called white man, to push the narrative or push that platform of taking this thing that's being pushed out, right? Maxing it out. This guy's doing that. And I'll get into in a second the right to free speech, right? The right to free speech. That's what we're going to go into. Now, I believe this is the First Amendment, right? So the freedom of the speech, of religion, or whatever expression, just speaking freely. You had that right. And this is why LBJ, Lyndon Baines Johnson, incorporated that into the church, so that would take your right. But you would be able to have that right of freedom of speech if you went along with the policies that was set before you, the codes of the 501c3. And that's what brings me to General Yahanna. This man clearly, blatantly disrespects the so-called black woman. And I'm not making this video about black women, but he clearly talks about black women who have had abortions, and a lot of sisters who have come into the truth may have had that, and they didn't know because they wasn't in the truth. But clearly, that extreme hatred, according to the philosophies that's put forth, the policies, clearly that is hatred. Clearly, this man saying a devil have taken the black woman's fetuses and concocted a concoction to give to you, clearly is hatred. But his videos don't get flagged. It's crazy. But it's clearly understandable why. Right? 1 Corinthians 3:19. For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with Yahweh. Now Yahanna, the General Yahanna of the ISUPK, he accepts the wisdom of this world. And clearly the Bible says it's foolishness with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, man. Foolishness. Right? It's foolishness. But somehow we can understand why he can say the things he say. Or the IUIC as well. A lot of them can say the things they say. They both call on Christ. Although the slick general will mention Yahweh and Yahushua, but they all call on Christ. You saw it in the clip, watch the previous videos. They all call on Christ. They all accept the policies. And in that 501c3, you can look it up. It tells you that they must comply with the rules that are set before them. It tells you that. And this is a right to freedom of speech, supposedly. The First Amendment. Well, you think you do, right? Let's go to this article. It says, it is, I'll try to read through this quickly. It is extremely problematic for anyone to be given the authority to determine which opinions are to be deemed acceptable or not. Yet in the name of political correctness, this is a phenomenon that can easily be observed in many countries today. Governments are showing an increased trend of shutting down discourse that they believe may be subjectively offensive to certain people. Right? So I know I've seen commercials that I felt was offensive. Right? I've seen medical commercials that I felt was offensive. The FDA approves certain medicines, and 6 months later, you got lawyers up there talking about if you taking this and take that, you're able to sue. That can be considered offensive. And if you see this thing happening over and over, then there has to be something offensive. But what's offensive is in their eyes, not in your eyes, right? That's what's offensive. What you deem to see offensive is not what they deem to see offensive. Basically, the do as thou wilt, Babylon, do what you want to do as long as it's uphold the policies that they set up. Now, meanwhile, when 9/11 happened, even before that, the buildings got exploded, was supposedly, well, was destroyed. We know that. There was racist, or let me say terroristic remarks made at the government. The government made some back or whatever. We will not rest. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Now, that may have been offensive to people in the Middle East that had nothing to do with what happened, who may lose innocent lives in the process of throughout the war. Just saying. Okay, let's go on. It says, let me get to the point. The principle are particularly unfortunate and damaging when adopted by universities, as the purpose of higher education is to be exposed to and challenged by a wide range of ideas. Let me go on down to the point. At Students of Liberty, this is a college, some form of college or whatever. At Students for Liberty, we believe that the freedom of expression is a fundamental right and should never result in persecution. As long as, I'm saying in this society, as long as what we say has nothing to do with persecuting someone. I mean, far as we're going to get up, we're telling you, we're going to threaten you, we're going to get up and we're going to do this or do that to you. No, we've never even said that. In the eyes of this man in this system, which is the eyes, what we say, the eyes of darkness, they should see it as some form of fairy tale. Remember, if it ain't true and it seems all fake and these guys believe in some sky god or whatever, if there's no threat, they shouldn't be worried about it. Nobody's saying that they're going to go hurt anybody. Nobody's saying they're going to kill anybody. I can understand that in this platform. That's how this man is, although we know who the biggest threat is. But if nobody's doing a video saying, hey, we're going to go do this to you. Tomorrow night we're coming to do this, and next year we're going to do that. But it's the words of the Lord that's putting out the threat. And that's where the problem comes. This is why we know this is the truth. This is how we know that this is the ultimate truth. Because of the threat. I put a video up. As I said, never said anything about anything. And I took one down on the other channel. And it got flagged after taking it down. How do your video get flagged and it's not even up? And you know what they said? Well, we can't appeal it. You can't appeal it because you already took it down. Does that make any sense? No, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense at all. Okay, so that's what I wanted to get at. Okay, so when you go to 1 Corinthians 1 and 20, where is the wise? Where's the scribe? Where's the disputer of this world? Have not Yahanna made the foolish the wisdom of this world? Right? So we are given trouble. We're the troublemakers. And there are other sources too who are bringing out information, good information, but mainly us. And this proves it. That I get flagged for videos that I don't say nothing. As one video I did on Isupk and took their words and put in what was said. Their words. I never said anything. They flagged it anyway. And this was the ultimate. I took down a video. They flagged a video that I took down. Yeah, this is how we know what we're doing is what we're doing. And I don't mind. I mean, I'm one of them brothers. I mean, I want to get the word out, but you know, it's going to go out. It's going to go out. We can't be overly concerned, you know, as long as we just teach and teach the word. But it's coming to the point that just teaching the word is not going to be good enough for them. They're going to flag you for teaching the word. The scripture says there should be a famine of the word. Right? This is going to be a bad thing. This is not made for kids. We thought that would help. And it's not. It's not made for kids. So what's the problem? What it's telling you? That you can't think. Because whatever someone says about anything, if you're persuaded to believe something, you're not a thinker yourself. And what is this? Is this something that they know? The fact that people can't think for themselves and they have to be persuaded? This is why us in the truth, and I'll say a great millstone, it says, let everyone be persuaded. Paul said this. Let every man be persuaded in his own mind. See, we got to the point that you're, on the opposition, if you have all this stuff you see on TV, like we would flag that if it came to other Israelites new coming into faith, because they don't know any better. We would flag it. So we understand your platform. We understand why you flag it. Because you got two sides fighting the good fight, fighting in the spirit. This is a spiritual fight. But we wouldn't be so concerned about flagging certain things, because why? We already have the spiritual eye. We believe that Yahanna has instilled that in us. But we ain't got to flag nothing. We just turn the channel. We just turn the channel. We don't look at it. All the stuff that goes on this tube, so to speak. All the stuff that we see on there. Unbelievable what's on there. Unbelievable. But it'll stay up. Because Jake need to be led. And this is proof that we've woken up. Right? We've woken up. We believe. And if it wasn't of the truth, it wouldn't be a threat. That's all I have on that. Shalom.